In every fight, I see the end, but then you kiss me, and suddenly it's a new beginning, a promise of something more. It's as if the harder we fight, the more passionate our love becomes, like fire forging steel. In the midst of all the shouting, I realize the real truth. We fight because we care, and we kiss to heal the wounds we've made. I never thought love could feel like this, so intense, so powerful, so full of conflict and passion all at once. After the words are said and the fight is over, all I want is to feel the warmth of your lips on mine. How can something so fiery be so beautiful? It's as if every argument leads us to a place of deeper understanding. Every kiss we share after a fight feels like the final chapter of an argument, a moment of pure connection. I never thought I could love someone this much, especially after all the fights, but somehow, here we are, stronger than ever. Fighting with you is like being trapped in a storm, but your kiss, it's the rainbow that follows, beautiful and full of promise. Sometimes it feels like we're two different worlds colliding, but in your arms, everything makes sense again. Every argument seems to bring us closer, as if we're breaking down walls just to rebuild them stronger. We fight, we argue, but at the end of the day, it's your touch that makes everything okay again. Why do we argue? Only to come back together in a kiss so sweet, it erases everything else. We might shout, we might cry, but when we kiss, it's like none of that ever mattered. Every heated exchange feels like the last, but every kiss afterwards reminds me why we never really leave each other. We argue, we fight, but at the end of it all, there's nothing left but love. Even when we're angry, your kiss feels like home, a place where everything is right again. We fight like the world is ending, but when you kiss me, I feel like everything is just beginning. Each argument burns us, but each kiss cools the flames, leaving nothing but the undeniable truth of our love. We argue like strangers, but when we kiss, it's like we've known each other forever. The tension in the air between us could suffocate, but when we kiss, it breathes new life into us. In the midst of our fights, it feels like we're tearing each other apart, but when our lips meet, everything falls back into place. We may scream and shout, but every kiss we share silences the world, bringing us back to what truly matters. Every argument leaves scars, but your kiss is the salve that heals them, making us whole again. The more we argue, the more I realize that your love is the only thing I can't live without. Our fights are fierce, but your kisses are the calm I never knew I needed. We push each other's buttons, but in your embrace, all that anger disappears, leaving only the warmth of your love. Every argument seems to create a rift, but every kiss pulls us back together, stronger than before. We argue over the smallest things, but your kiss makes the world seem so much bigger, so much better. I don't understand why we fight, but I do understand that every kiss makes it all worthwhile. We may fight like warriors, but in your arms, I feel like I have been rescued, saved by love. The chaos between us is undeniable, yet in the quiet after, your kiss feels like peace. In every argument, I see the edge, but your kiss always pulls me back from the brink. We fight, we fall apart, but with every kiss, I remember why I can't stay mad at you. Our fights can feel like hurricanes, but your kiss is the calm eye in the middle, a place where everything makes sense. Why do we clash so violently? Because every kiss that follows is a reminder of how deep our love runs. In the heat of the moment, I think it's over, but your kiss reminds me it's just a chapter in our love story. We may shout and argue, but when I kiss you, I feel the world melt away, leaving nothing but us. Our arguments are like lightning storms, but your kiss is the rainbow that follows, reminding me why we're worth it. We fight like there's no tomorrow, but when we kiss, it's like time stands still, and all that matters is right here, right now. In every fight, there's a piece of me that fears we might not make it, but then you kiss me, and I know we always will. We battle with words, but every kiss speaks volumes about the love we share. The more we argue, the more I realize how much I need you, and that need only deepens when we kiss. Every argument feels like a war, but your kiss is the peace treaty I never knew I needed. We clash and fight, but in the end, all I want is to feel your lips on mine, because that's where our true connection lies. The tension between us is palpable, but your kiss always has a way of soothing my restless soul. We fight, we argue, but when our lips meet, it's like nothing else matters, as if the world fades away. In the heat of our arguments, we clash like thunder, but when the storm passes, we find ourselves embracing like the calm after the rain. We yell, we fight, but somehow every word spoken in anger only brings us closer in the end. Why do we argue so fiercely, only to end up tangled in each other's arms, as if the conflict never existed? With every harsh word, we uncover something deeper, an unspoken truth that binds us tighter than before. It's as if our souls know that only through the fire of conflict can we truly appreciate the warmth of each other's love. The fire between us burns hot, in every argument, but it is in the ashes that we find our deepest connection. In the middle of the fight, it feels like we might tear each other apart, but in the quiet after, we realize we are stronger than ever. Every disagreement feels like the end, yet every kiss afterwards feels like a new beginning. We argue like enemies, but in the silence that follows, we kiss like we've been starving for each other's touch. Why does the love feel most intense when we're at each other's throats, ready to break? Because it's in the storm that we learn how strong our bond truly is. Each argument builds a wall between us, but every kiss shatters it, brick by brick, until we are raw and exposed, vulnerable to each other's love. Sometimes it feels like we're on opposite sides of the world, but when we come back together, it's like nothing else matters. We push, we pull, but when the dust settles, we find each other again, wrapped in the kind of passion only the fiercest love can create. The tension between us is undeniable, but it's the sweetness that follows that makes every heated moment worth it. Every fight feels like it could break us, yet we always come back, stronger, more entwined than before. I hate how much you frustrate me, but at the same time, I can't deny how much I crave you, even after the words are said. Sometimes it feels like the arguing will never end, but when we finally come together, it's like we've never been apart. The passion we have burns through every fight, leaving us both scorched, yet craving the fire again. We're a storm of emotions, clashing and crashing, but after every lightning strike, we find ourselves together in the eye of it all. What is it about the tension that pulls us in even closer, making our kisses feel like the only thing that matters in the world? We may argue, but every heated exchange only brings us back to the same truth. We are meant for each other. Why do we fight so much, only to end up tangled in sheets, forgetting everything except the pull of desire? I can't stand how you push my buttons, but I can't deny that I can't live without the way you make me feel afterward. Every argument brings us closer, like the rising of the tide, and every kiss pulls us deeper into the ocean of our love. We tear each other apart with words, yet every kiss feels like the patching of a wound, a mending of what was broken. In the heat of the moment, it feels like we might never speak again, but in your arms, it feels like we've never been apart. There's something about the intensity of our fights that makes the sweetness of our reconciliation all the more powerful. We argue because we care, and then we kiss because that's the only way we know how to heal. It's strange how the more we argue, the more we seem to crave each other's touch, like passion born from the conflict itself. In the chaos of our disagreements, I always wonder if this is the end. But then you kiss me, and I realize it's only just the beginning. Our arguments feel like a battle, but our kisses, they feel like the ultimate peace treaty, one we both need to survive. How is it that we can be so angry one moment, then so caught the next, as if the words we've said never existed? Fighting with you is like dancing on a tightrope. One misstep could end it all, but when we make it through, we're closer than ever. In the heat of the argument, it feels like we might destroy each other, but the moment we kiss, it feels like we've healed every wound. We argue fiercely like two opposing forces, but when our lips meet, it feels like all that anger was just an illusion. Each fight feels like we might break, but each kiss feels like we're born again, starting over from a place of love. Why does it take a battle for us to see just how deep our love truly runs? There's something deeply cathartic about our arguments, like we're burning away everything that doesn't matter until all that's left is us. The tension in the air during our arguments is thick, but when we kiss, it dissipates, leaving only warmth behind. Why is it that after every fight, I crave you more than before, as if the anger only fuels the desire? We argue like we're strangers, yet kiss like we're soulmates. How is that even possible?